Hey, today I'm adding some post-processing to my game, alongside some second dimension additions to make it feel less empty. Also, if you're new here, first of all, hello, it's nice to see you. And second of all, to inform you, I'm making an FPS game. Within the game, you are able to teleport to a parallel universe that allows you to change your position within the first dimension. For example, you can skip a whole group of enemies. The game is currently in the alpha version, so there's not much here yet, but I'm going to change it. So let's begin with the fact that the game looks dull. The graphics are horrible. That's why the first feature I'm adding today is post-processing. I added a few effects like some color enhancements, some controversial bloom, and hated commotion blur among my friends, some effects exclusive to the second dimension to make it feel a bit unsettling, very weak film grain, and chromatic aberration. I also decided to add some dynamic post-processing. A good example is the vignette that, after some testing, entirely replaced the health bar. I decided that it's also a good time to add some effects for entering or exiting the second dimension. I even added a sound to it. I decided to do it quickly to avoid touching it ever again. I don't know why I hated making this. This is what I came up with. Here's also a comparison between the older versions and the new one to show how my work impacted the look of the game. In order to test the bloom in one version, I used the cube. So I had the post-processing working with little effort. So it was time for the hard part, the second dimension enhancements. Or actually, only one that was hard to make. My goal with this addition was to make the player avoid too much of their time within it. That's why I wanted to make it feel unstable by making the floor slowly disintegrate while you are sitting in the second dimension. It was a difficult process as there is no built-in Unity tool that would let me procedurally split squares. That meant making all of the pieces in Blender, importing them into Unity, and spawning them in the correct time and order. This part wasn't hard, it was time consuming. Though what was hard was making other functionalities. For example, making each individual piece not fall with the player while they're touching it, making the floor not escape to the void, and finally, making sure that the player never falls down a hole after entering the second dimension. It was really hard, but after all, everything works. I'm happy to deliver the video now. It wasn't such a big gap between this one and the last one. I wanted to also thank you for watching my last video together with this one. Also, thanks to my friends and other kind people who playtested the game. And also, eat cheese.